What is happening, YouTube? Welcome back to Horizon Zero Dawn. I am Blizzard Raptor, and I am maybe the most frustrated man on the planet. So, I was looking to try and improve the quality of the videos. Hopefully you'll see that reflected. I've generally been happy with what I've done so far today, however, there have been some hitches, let's just say there's been some hitches. I was trying to set up the mic with some extra effects to try and make sure that you guys hear the best audio that I have to offer right now with the training that I've given myself. Everything is self-taught. I've been on no courses. I literally watch YouTube tutorials, and yeah, it's been fun, to say the least. First I couldn't get any audio recorded, and then I could only get my voice, and then eventually I managed to get the game audio to record again, and then I couldn't get the quality of video that I wanted, and I've played around with so many settings. It's unbelievable. But we're back, and we are progressing through the main story. So instead of me just wandering around here aimlessly, let's get on with this. We're going to Maker's End now. If you remember, we did find that in an earlier episode. I think it was the bonus episode, in fact. I didn't want to do any main story stuff in that. I was only looking to get collectibles. Got some water here. We've also got a can of iron brew extra, because you can't be Scottish unless you've got a can of iron brew somewhere nearby. Just ask Marley. Marley13, who's a YouTuber that I follow. Pretty sure he was into the iron brew and energy drinks and stuff like that before he got into Sneak. So we're cracking on here. Things look like they're going pretty good. I'm happy with the draw distance. I'm happy with the quality of the graphics. Please, please, God, let the video be decent. I've done a couple of test recordings, just short 30-second things to check that my audio was working, that the graphics were coming out the way I wanted them to. Honestly, you've no idea how much of a nightmare today's been. Well, maybe you do, because I imagine that if any of you have ever tried streaming before or recording footage before, you'll have had similar experiences. It's not fun. It's just not. It's not fun at all. It's not fun in any way, shape or form. I was happy with the quality I had before, but I just wanted to start making it a bit more professional. And I should have known that when I clicked on, when I was following along with the tutorial and I was setting up a new profile and a new scene collection and all this stuff, that I was going to screw up what I already had. But I thought I could get out the other end fairly quickly, and it turns out that that was mistaken. So yeah. So enough about me and my worries. We've heard enough about them. We are going to be pushing on with the main story here. So just so you can see, we've still got all the gear. It's because I'm a hoarder and a completionist. I know I don't have to have that stuff. Trust me, right? If you're going to leave me a comment, don't let the first comment you leave me be, you don't have to have all of that gear. Yes, I know. I have it because I want it. Don't worry, I've not went insane. Or maybe I have. No, I'm alright, honestly. Because all we're going to do is jump up here and go... Bop. And... Take a seat. Oh. And you. Ah, I shouldn't have went for that one. Oh. Right, I have had just about enough of this. Down you go. And down you go as well. Ooh, rare gear. Have I killed 2 chargers, one on top of the other? Yes, I have. There it is. So again, we're into more territory that I've never seen with the messing around that I've done with the graphics recently. You can see that we've got some beautiful ruins, which I think might be an oxymoron, but I don't care. On first impression, standing here looking into this, I'm getting Pripyat vibes. Really? Okay. Oh, you little bastard. Whoops, language. Ah, great. That's what I didn't want to fight against, okay. Have I really run out of ammo for that? I have, apparently. I'll do. Now I'm gonna have to figure out what I'm gonna do about those guys. Don't worry, I have a plan. It involves running away and screaming. No, it doesn't, honestly. I should have stocked up on herbs and stuff. I wasn't thinking. I'm good at that. I'll do. I need to equip the right gear. I'm not in the right gear, for those of you that haven't figured that out yet. Gonna need something that's gonna protect me against the ranged attacks. I obviously haven't got the good Osram Sparkworkers outfit yet, so we'll equip this instead. I will get around to getting the, not Sparkworker, the Osram Arrow Breaker. I will get around to getting the Osram Arrow Breaker gear. Oh, go away, honestly. I'd be as well starting from the start and save again, but... Right, go away and leave me alone. If I override him, hopefully he'll deal with his friends who are potentially upset that I'm scrapping machines, and I can get on with actually making my way into the ruins. Oh, no. Oh, that didn't go well. Yeah, anytime you want to help out at all. Now we will, hopefully. No, I'll just stand there instead. Is it because he's my mount? Anytime you feel like helping, pal. Don't think both of these will hit him. No.
It's down.
Yeah, go away. Right. So we've taken a bit of a beating early on in this one already. Yay! I'll get some arrows crafted. Obviously the last episode was a bit of a combat heavy episode. We did see action both at Pitch Cliff, and we saw some action in at Meridian as well. I've just remembered. We shot down some guys' paper aeroplanes, his Glint Hawks, which did no damage to us whatsoever. In fact, it was embarrassing once I'd figured out to put the right gear on. And yeah, it just was a bit of a joke. Here we have what looks like the remains of a corruptor.
Being soaked from melted snow.
I think I'm gonna have to drink a couple of those potions. Gonna stay just off the beaten path here. There is a campfire there, I think. Yes. There's also a corrupted zone. We're gonna avoid that. I don't think going into the corrupted zone is going to help my health situation, which seems to be suffering from a distinct lack of herbs that I can pick up. Every time I think I see some, it turns out to not be. So yeah, by the looks of things, I'm going to have to cross the corrupted zone. So we've got fiery arrows off destruction. Let's... yeah.
Got there.
Don't need anything flash.
Corrupted watchers. Acting as guards.
It's not.
The Eclipse and corrupted machines. Cooperating. One happy family.
Right. I can't go into this half-cocked, so we're gonna plan this one. We have... I call it the sniper. So it looks like there's just 3 between me and... No, I see them now. Yeah, just there in the middle. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that I can see at the moment. I'm going to be sensible about this.
Forged dirt delvers may not with any riches, but not the ancients buried in their ground.
Okay, so... okay, not too bad if I give up some space. Had worse. Taken worse. Oh, that would have been... yeah, I think that would have been game over. That's it. Let's get 2 arrows on the bow here. It's an easy way to take these guys out if you can hit the canisters on their back. They don't like that. There we go. And we'll loot their bodies. Sometimes the cultists carry some of the health potions. I'm gonna take my last one just now. Got another cultist incoming. He's another fiery one of death, so just set him on fire and pop, there he goes. Ooh, a machine, I wasn't expecting that. I'm loving the handling on this bow now. I was mentioning this to my partner, Erin. Erin plays video games as well. In fact, it's her that encouraged me to get this channel up and running and to really do something that I was going to enjoy for the rest of my life, because nothing was fulfilling me. So
These dig sites, they're massive.
the journey to becoming a full-time content creator is well underway. The channel's up and running, videos are up, so I'm happy. My life is going in a good direction right now. But what I was going to say is I'd mentioned to Erin, and it's a tip that I'll give all you guys as well. Don't underestimate handling when you're upgrading the weapon, because sometimes getting that extra shot off, you know, handling makes it easier for Aloy to manipulate bow and arrow so that she can get the next shot off faster. It basically affects reload speed, although it's not called reload speed, it's called handling. And that's why I'm able to double shot so quickly, get that extra arrow in, fire and reload, and even double shots reloading fast. So don't underestimate how important handling can be in this game. Do put some of your weaves, you do put a handling weave on, make it easy for you to
The old ones do here.
increase your damage per second. Oh,
Look out!
oh yeah, David, that was really clever. Oh. Okay. I heard something happening down there that did not sound good. Is that a corruptor? Oh, yeah, it is. Okay. Patch of tall grass that I can sneak into.
The corruptor. That might prove a challenge.
What we're gonna do to the corruptor is disable his weapons. And make sure that all he can do to me is launch rocks. Because if all he can do to me is launch rocks, then he's not going to do very much. Yeah. Pick your battlegrounds. Why not? I've got range capability. I know my melee is pretty good, but pick my battlegrounds. Get the high ground. Get where they can't get me easy. Fall off the edge. Silly bugger. Oh well. So they've decided to sod off and reset. Good for them. I am going to quickly change my outfit again for this one to make it easier for me.
Over here, it's her!
How has he got his weapons back? Is that because I allowed this scenario to reset? Yeah, I think it is. No, 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 please, no. Right. Good luck. Okay, so I've handled that really, really, really badly. None of that was clever. In fact, I think most of that gameplay was a frustrated it came from a lot of my frustration at how today's went so far in terms of recording footage. So Had to sneeze quickly there. So yeah. There is supposed to be a cache of equipment out here somewhere that I forgot to look for, so it would perhaps, there we are, I was going to say it would perhaps make sense
Right where he said it would be. Not a bad selection.
to get my way into this.
Why are you doing this?
Because I want you to succeed. Good hunting. We'll talk later.
Fair play.
Wait! Damn him.
For those who have maybe not heard that voice before, if you haven't watched the bonus episode, he's still unidentified. I don't know who he is either, but he's called me a couple of times now.
Save this for later.
And he's left me that cache of equipment, so I can't really complain. You know, the guy has helped me, so to speak. I'm just not sure what his agenda is. I don't know if he's someone that can be trusted. He knows how to use the technology, but as Olin proved, that's not necessarily a good thing. So what have we got this side? So we have got a corruptor, we've got a human target there, corrupted machines ×2.
All these ruins. What did the old ones do here?
What the old ones always did, built things that did stuff. Had to mute the mic temporarily there just so I could get the can of juice opened. Don't worry, I've still got water. Anytime you want to turn away. There we go.
Let's do this.
Okay. We've messed up again.
The corruptor might prove a challenge.
So ideally what I'd like to do here is not die. That's the first step. Oh! Problem is, I don't have anything to heal myself with, and that's going to make this rather difficult. Oh, I'm doing so well today. 2 deaths right at the start of this video. This is why I tell you guys to stock up and make sure you have herbs and things, because I'm getting my backside kicked here by this machine. I need... I'll put on the Bannock Sickness Eater Heavy to try and protect us from the Corruptor's attacks. I'm actually going to try approaching this battle from this side. I think that there might be a better angle round here. I know I'm going to have to clear this site, you see, so there's no point in me being...
Let's make this quick.
Yes, I heard the machine. So that should be the end of them. And it will be the end of me shortly if I don't figure out how to shut these machines down. Don't know if I can corrupt. No, I can't. And even although I've got all this... Oh, resistance on. Goodness gracious me. Yeah, this is... I'm not going to be able to do this unless I actually get some herbs, so... It's very embarrassing. Very embarrassing. I'm not approaching this right at all. What I'm going to do is I'm going to jump all the way back to some of the Nora lands, especially these wilds, and stock up on herbs first of all. Because you've seen without healing gear, it's just not worth it. And then I'm going to start planning my approach into these battles better. I'm not using all of my equipment properly. After all those videos that I've spent telling you guys, use your equipment right, maximize your equipment, use your equipment, use your equipment, use your equipment, use your equipment, and here's me not using my equipment. So, first thing I'm going to do is switch over to the Nora Survivor, because it's a jack of all trades. It might not be a master of none, but it's certainly stood me in good stead so far. And now I'm going to hunt the wilds for herbs. I think they're really plentiful here. It just makes sense for me to stock up on everything while I'm here. Plus, it's relatively peaceful compared to what I was fighting in before. I am going to hunt the animals as well and try and get as much meat as I can, because the meat can be turned into... I've forgotten what I was going to say again. Yeah, the meat can be turned into potions. Sorry guys. Completely slipped my mind. As I started doing this, I realised I was going to forget what I was going to say, and my brain just went to mush. So yeah, the plan here is to stock up on as much as we can for survival, get as much red herb,
For the trail.
as much meat turned into potions, get some of the health potions as well. If you don't know what I did there, I used one of these, they're called harvest arrows, to shoot the blaze canister off his back. I've shot both the canisters off his back now. the harvest arrow actually gives you extra. I don't know how this works. Right, I've theorised about this before. I think it might have been in the bonus episode. If you shoot resource canisters like blaze, chill water, sparkers, any of that stuff off a machine's back with harvest arrows, you get extra resources, and that is strange to me because what, to inject extra resources into them? How does this work? And I think how it works is normal arrows will damage the glass in the canister, so it's like you create a leaky canister. But I don't know. All I know is that it's really handy if you're trying to stock up on resources. You just switch to your harvester arrows. Let them run past you. Do that. And that. Pick that up. If he's really going to persist. Walk away, mate. Oh well. I'll do. So we'll let him pass first. Missed. Got it that time. There we go. You can see how fast I'm able to draw and reload. Basically, Legolas from Lord of the Rings. Apologies for the graphical stutters you're seeing. I suspect it might be as a result of my messing around with OBS earlier. I'm not... really don't want to mess around with it anymore. Fed up messing around with it. Oh, the laughs we had. None. None at all. So yeah, we're going to use this as a stocking up exercise in an area that's easy to survive in with relatively easy machines. Here we go, thanks.
It's off.
There we go. So Blaze is ironically something I'm running low on, despite the fact that right at the beginning of the game you couldn't move for the stuff. Metal vessel, Blaze, there we are. I also had to use it to buy one of the weapons that I wanted, so yeah, you know. Just gonna roam the wilds, like I say. Grab all the red herb we can, all the herb, and shoot all the rabbits we can. I don't know if these work on small animals. Oh, they do. But yeah, harvester arrows. Definitely worth having. Do yourselves a favour. Get them equipped. It's much easier to harvest resources Much easier to get specific bits off a machine. Without having to destroy the whole machine. Don't ask me why that matters. I don't know why it does. If you take the machines down clean without doing too much damage to them, for example, with a critical
I
strike,
need this.
you can get the resources relatively intact. I think the only advantage to using the harvest arrows is getting the additional resources. Got a boar over there. Got him there. I'm also going to need fast travel packs as well, because I've used all the fast travel packs up that I've got. I've also got a few tutorials I could do for the weapons as well to clear off, but I'm not going to bore you with that. I know this is already pushing it. As I've said to you guys, I wouldn't be doing side questy stuff. I should have had all this prep, but I got so caught up in trying to fix my recording software that I didn't get anything that I did actually want done. There we go. And for everything else, there's always tear blast arrows. A little bit of graphical stutter there. It's alright. Could have something to do with me capping the frame rate at 60 FPS. For those of you that are wondering, I'm recording in 1920 by 1080. It's what I set the PC up to record just now.
Save these for the trail.
I have managed to future-proof everything except for the processor, and that was my own fault. Ian and I have talked about this. I should have done my research a little more, and I've ended up getting a locked processor. And by locked, I mean I can't overclock it, so that was my own daft fault. But these are the things that you learn when you're setting something like this up for the first time. Luckily, everything else that's in the machine is really good. I made sure of that. Plenty of fans, liquid cooling, good motherboard, good graphics card. Just the processor that let me down. But like I say,
Nice.
you live and you learn. Beautiful visuals there. Love that as well. Love this. What are we like for health? Almost there. Just a few more herbs and we'll be at... There's a little bit of screen tearing there. I expect that. I expect frames to drop slightly in open areas. Particularly with my settings.
I'll tuck that away.
The monitor's refresh rate, for those of you that are wondering as well, is 60 Hz. I basically just wanted everything to be ready to do 1920 by 1080, which is, in my opinion, still a good standard. It was the first sort of HD standard that I was familiar with. I missed them, it doesn't matter. And I'm happy playing in that.
Low and quiet.
It looks good to me. So that's what I played all my PlayStation 4 games in, because I didn't have access to 4K, so I wasn't bothered about all your fancy 4K formats. I've played games in 4K now. Erin and I have a lovely 4K TV. And yeah, games on the PS5 especially look absolutely stunning when you get them in 4K. But for PC gaming, upgrading to a 4K standard was not, or starting out at 4K standard was not something that I could afford to do. I don't think it's affordable now because of the price of the parts. Everything that's affected the PlayStation 5 being manufactured also affects it also affects the PC parts. The cost of the components going into graphics cards, the cost of components going into processors, the cost of the components going into the motherboards has driven the price up. And I've seen a lot of people on YouTube who are PC build experts talking about PC building at the moment, and it's prohibitively expensive, which is where I was when I first got into gaming. You know, PC gaming was ridiculously expensive. It was only available to people who had oodles of disposable income. Console gaming has always been best for me because the price of the console versus the price of the PC there was just no comparison. And I know it's because you're limiting the technology, but for me, PS4 and PS5 worked just fine. Better than just fine. They're absolutely stunning machines, and I don't see it as a compromise on quality. I'm playing on PC now. I'm happy because it lets me do the job that I want to do. But if this wasn't my career, then I just wouldn't be PC gaming. So there's swings and roundabouts.
Keep that for later.
So again, we're almost there in terms of the having the herbs. Let's see if there's any wildlife around I can shoot at. Here we go. And for anyone else that's wondering, you can probably tell by the control prompts that come up on the screen, but for anyone who hasn't been observant or watching, who is focused on the gameplay, I am using a controller. I know mouse and keyboard is superior for a lot of PC gaming. I don't think it's superior for third-person action adventures at all. I did use mouse and keyboard for the medium, but that was only because I don't have an Xbox controller, or rather I don't have a Microsoft controller. So I don't have a controller input that would be recognised by these games. Steam allows you to customise your controller profiles, but luckily there is a Steam profile already set up for PlayStation games. So the Horizon Zero Dawn has an official controller profile which is identical to the console, hence why this is so smooth. I'd hate to think what it would look like if I was having to play it with mouse and keyboard. It probably wouldn't have went anywhere near as smoothly. But I think for first-person shooters, I know a lot of people believe that the standard is mouse and keyboard because it's much more intuitive to aim. And I've given a few first-person shooters a try with mouse and keyboard, and I can tell you, yes, it is indeed. It feels much easier to point and shoot. Ergonomically, I think it's the most efficient in terms of using your whole arm to manipulate something rather than just your thumb. So, right, that should be enough now. We went from having nothing, having a lot. So we'll just brew up a few potions, get a couple of fast travel kits made. Do that first before I do anything, because that uses some of the meat resources that I've got. So we've got 2 there. Potions, definitely want health potions. Wasn't able to make that many, that's a wee bit disappointing, but Got all of them that I can use. Blast traps. Can upgrade some carry capacity. Can't really sneer at that. So we'll do that just now, and we will make some ammo for those that we've just upgraded. And then we're going to start playing sensible. Gonna set up my weapons now as well. So sharp shot bow. Sharp shot bow I don't think I'm gonna be using as much. Or at least not here. Not at the bit that's coming up. Gonna unequip that. We've got the hunter bow, yes we will be using that. Tripcaster I think makes more sense, so we'll equip that down here. Shadow sling now, do I go for the sling or the blast sling? I think I'll go for the sling. And I think that's enough changes, and outfit wise we'll go in with the... I actually quite like this outfit. I'm going to go in with this. You can see I've already stuck some ranged resistance on it. And when you look at the outfit that should have ranged resistance on it, it's almost there. Plus it has some melee resistance and a little bit stealth, so I'm going to go with that one. And let's get back to where we were. Let's get these story beats finished. So I know I'm going to have to fight my way in, but that doesn't mean I have to fight my way in a silly manner. Here we are. For those of you who maybe thought that nothing had spawned in, yes it has. It's just hidden in shadow, which is good. I don't think that light matters. I genuinely don't. But I don't know exactly how stealth works, because all Rost ever explains is that if you're crouched, you're much more difficult to spot. And then if you are crouched and in tall grass, you are basically invisible. But I believe, according to some articles I read about best gear, that there are other factors that come into play. There is a small camouflage index, I think, at least according to the article I read there was, that brings in, you know, that's why the Nora silent hunter gear is effective. So to start with, it helps to know where your enemy is, so let's know where our enemies are. You know, strangely enough, I'm not seeing the Corruptor. Oh no, I am. He's up there. Right, fine. So... I think the first thing to do is let's make their life difficult. We've got traps. Corrupted machines don't like fire, so let's leave some blast traps.
A little something.
That will not be pleasant for them to move through. And then what I'd also like to do is start the party.
Got their attention?
Now, yes, I can see that they have moved, changed position. There is no reason why I need to make this easy for them though. Gonna trap the area around me and make it really difficult for them to get to me. I'm gonna make sure that if I do attract unwanted attention, that it's coming through somewhere like this. Trap the obvious.
Isn't moving on its own.
No, you are right, it's not. I forgot about these guys, I need to get rid of them.
Someone's out there killing us. Look. Man down.
2 men down, actually. Oh. Headshot, there we go. Try not to get hit by his attacks. Make him come to me as well. If I have to finish him with melee, I have to finish him with melee.
Don't worry, I'll find you and make it hurt.
Now you won't, mate. That'll do. That's all we want. And there we go. See how much easier it is when you take your time and don't do what I did earlier, which is just go rushing in twice with nothing to restore your health. Preparation is everything. So this is our little minefield. As you can see, it's still intact. We're going to make these guys' lives a misery now and take out as many of them as we can. That poor sod's getting set on fire.
Fire!
Keep quiet now.
Again, if they want to come up and look for me, they're more than welcome. I have make sure we renew the traps as well. Here we go. Look up, mate. There we go. Oh. Oh dear. What a shame. There he goes. Now this one we're gonna hit with the good stuff. Get your hardpoint arrows out. Use the ridge for cover. There's no reason not to. Now that we've disarmed them, just hit them with some stuff. Burn. They don't like fire. You can see that they've got a temperature gauge there. If you can make them overheat, they go into like a shutdown state. Depending on the difficulty you're on, depends on how difficult it is to get them to that state. Oh, that one got through. Okay, I'll give him that one. But in general, corruptors aren't any harder than any other machine you've fought. They just have better weapons. There we go. So we'll switch back to standard arrows here. Probably could have used my sharp shot bow now that I think about it, but it wouldn't have been as much fun. In case you're wondering why he's not doing anything, he has the scattergun type thing, he has the machine gun type weapon, but it's not effective at long range. It's why he's not firing at me. It's very much a close to mid-range weapon. This is going to take forever. Yeah. There we go. That'll help. And for anyone who's worried that I've wasted all of these, I haven't. In order to get the Tinker mod ability, sorry, in order to get the Tinker ability, you have to take a sort of recycling perk just before it. It lets you gather up your tripwires and traps. None left here, obviously, because that took out 2 of these guys. But yeah, that's how much easier this would have went if I had stuck to my own rules and done what I should have done in the first place, which is go get more resources. So there. No, I'm not going to jump on the rat like I was earlier. Just in case you were looking at that and wondering. Again, we're getting a little bit of screen tearing. It's nothing major.
I can't spare the weight.
There it is. And then we go to see more unknown content. And that, now, whatever that is, sounds big. Very big.
An explosion.
Also, we've got the vessel. So I now found all the ancient vessels. That's something else I can trade in. I don't think there's anything else in this area. No. Nettle flowers are further south. I think there might be one up here that I need to get. There's 4 there, and there's another set of Bannock figurines as well. Not made my mind up about skills yet. I got all the essential ones that I absolutely wanted, and now it's kind of personal preference. I might get triple shot to max out my damage potential with bows. I'm not 100% sure yet.
Rotate turret! And fire! All weapons operational. Time to get it moving, and be quick about it. No daydreaming. Soon this.
So, I haven't fought one of these before. So under its description, an ancient weapon platform built to deliver overwhelming force, however, prone to overheating. The machines seem to have perfected on this formula by creating the Thunderjaw. It is described as an apex predator, but I think it's the apex of machine combat, because all the weapons it carries and its maneuverability mean I'm not surprised that it outgunned a platform like this. It might be called a Deathbringer, but I don't think it has overwhelming firepower. We've got a repeater cannon turret. I'm not sure where that is. It looks like it's on the back, I think. We've got cooling rods. So we want the machine to overheat. We've got a core that will cause high damage as well. It's got mounted flamethrowers, mounted grenade launcher somewhere, heat vents. So the idea here is you can hit it on the stabilizers. It's probably your best target, to be perfectly honest, is hitting it on the stabilizers and try and encourage it to shoot at you while you dodge. Heat vent.
Has to be one of the Deathbringers all on top. I'll never get into that door. Unless I destroy that.
I just think you to focus.
I'll handle it. The steam's blasting out. I wonder if there's a weakness.
It is, yeah, well done. Right, this isn't a great scenario. I can't run. And I've just been caught by its weapon systems. I want to get up where he is to minimize its damage potential. And now that we've had a few seconds to calm ourselves, let's... I mean, how is he hitting me? Right, so that's taking care of the Deathbringer. Jeez, oh. Take a seat, pal. Yeah, that... I don't know how you make that go better, to be honest. Sticking to the grass is not going to help. But I know how you make this go better. You get away from the thing and hit it with its weakness. Then you get your other arrows out and you just shoot it a couple of times. There we go. My goodness, David, you're doing the basics all wrong. Now yes, I know there's a cultist sniper up there. The Deathbringer's between me and him. You get quite a lot from that, including Crystal Braden. That's kind of impressive, so I'm happy with that.
Where'd you go?
Did it. Those things pack a punch.
Yeah.
All right. That Eclipse officer had a focus. Let's see what's on it.
Here we go.
Let's see what you have to say. What is this?
The entity lives. Unacceptable. Unacceptable. Unacceptable.
What the hell was that? Hades? Hey! Mysterious stranger, did you see that? No answer, huh? Figures. Things just keep getting stranger. I need to find a way inside the tower.
So we're going to call it for this episode here. However, I am going to go on and record another one right now. I don't want to drag this out any longer. I'm going to pause it just so we don't have the sound effects in the background there. Yeah, I want to get through this week, which means I might be pushing out episodes a little in greater number than I was before. So we're going to head in here and see what the next stage of investigation is. If you guys have enjoyed what you've seen, please leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel. Feel free to share anything. Are you excited about Horizon Forbidden West coming out? How are you finding the story so far? Are you enjoying it? And I will catch you guys in the next episode. As always, take care of each other, be kind, and bye for now.